Hello and welcome to Newsfeed on Trust TV. I am Sumaya Abubakar, taking you through the stories trending online that people are talking about and sharing around the globe today. Tinubu dissolves a board of government parastatals, agencies, companies, appoints new service chiefs. I have been running Zamfara on debt. Matawale left 4 million naira, says Governor Lawal. Ex-Benue Governor Samuel Ortom in EFCC's net for alleged misappropriation of funds. And submersible watercraft on a voyage to the Titanic wreckage reportedly goes missing. Now, top of what's trending today, we have Tinubu, who dissolves board of government parastatals, agencies, companies, and appoints new service chiefs. This was contained in a statement by the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation. In the statement, signed by the Director of Information, Willie Bassi, on behalf of the SGF, George Akume, the President took the decision in the exercise of its constitutional powers and in the public interest. The dissolution does not, however, affect boards, commissions, and councils listed in the third schedule, Part 1, Section 153I of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, the statement partly read. Permanent secretaries were also directed to route such correspondences to the President through the office of the SGF. Consequently, all ministries, departments, and agencies are to ensure compliance to the provision of this directive, which took effect from Friday, 16th of June 2023. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu also appointed new service chiefs and the Inspector General of Police, Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service. This is contained in a statement on Monday evening, 19th June, by Mr. Willie Bassi, Director of Information, Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation. A netizen commented, "President Bat did not come to play." Another post said, "Fairly distributed, especially the southeast, who easily cry marginalization. Remember, there is no one from north central Nigeria." Someone said, "A good start with enormous challenges on ground. They should prove themselves worthy of their appointments." Next on what's trending, we have Governor Dauda Lawal of Zamfara State, who has said that he only met about 4 million naira in the single account since the assumption of power on May 29. The governor said this has forced him to be operating the affairs of the state on debt, as the 4-month salary of workers are yet to be paid. He revealed this on Monday during an interview with the BBC Hausa, adding that the state is unable to pay security agencies their allowances. He also disclosed that senior secondary school students in Zamfara have not written the West African Examination Council, WAEC, and the National Examination Council, NECO. Reacting to whether 20 billion naira was left in the treasury by the previous administration, Lawal said the claim was false, adding that the past government should publicly present evidence showing the amount left in the state account. The governor said he would ensure that civil servants in the state are paid their salaries before the observation of the Eid al-Kabir festival. A netizen said, "Matawale is the worst governor in Nigeria." A guy said, "That is a shame for the previous administration." And another guy wrote, "I wish you all the best, sir." Next on what's trending, we have the immediate past governor of Benue State, Samuel Ortom, who was invited by Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, for questioning over financial misconduct. According to Daily Trust, Ortom drove into the Makurdi zonal office of the agency, which is located at the Allah Garden Street in the state capital, and walked into the building at exactly 10:08 a.m. on Tuesday, June 20th, 2023. The former governor's media aide, Terva Akasi, and Principal Special Assistant of Special Duties, Abraham Kwagu, were cited with him. Reports have it that Ortom handed over a debt profile of 187.7 billion naira to the administration of Reverend Father Hyacinth earlier. After spending the entire day at the commission, the ex-governor was seen being driven out of the EFCC office in a sports utility vehicle, that's SUV, at about 7:55 p.m., accompanied by some friends and associates who had waited patiently at a nearby hotel for his release. A netizen wrote, "One of the worst governors Nigeria ever had after his distant cousin and friend Okezie Ikpeazu." A lady wrote, "African politicians are the most corrupt in the world, but you see Nigerian politicians, Guinness Book of Record owes them that record." A guy added, "The man wasted 8 years only complaining and nothing to show for it. Let them grill him." Next on What's Trending, we have the Nigerians may need to brace up for tougher times as electricity tariff is set to increase by over 40% in the coming days, a development which may eventually end all forms of energy subsidy in the country. Now, Guardian reports that with a monthly subsidy of about 50 billion naira still in the electricity sector owing to revenue shortfall, the tariff hike due from July 1st may be another acid test for the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration market reform. The administration has already removed subsidies on premium motor spirits and floated the naira, decisions that have complicated the price setting of the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission 2022 multi-year tariff order. Although the power sector players have been unable to meet the threshold of supplying at least 5,000 megawatts a year after signing contracts with NERC's current service-based tariff was benchmarked on an exchange rate of 441 naira per dollar and inflation of 16.97%. Now, going by the NERC's order in 2015, the average tariff across distribution companies and classes of end users was 25 naira per kilowatt in order 198 to 2020. Now, which came into effect on September 1st, 2020. The average tariff went to 60 naira per kilowatt. In the MYTO for 2022, the average tariff was 64 naira across classes of customers. The foreign exchange rate used in determining the 2015 tariff was 198.97 naira per dollar. 383.80 naira per dollar was used in 2020, while 441.78 naira per dollar was used in 2022. A netizen commented, "I was thinking we are finished, not knowing there is something called being finished completely." A guy wrote, "Other countries like USA provide different kinds of benefits with like rentals, unemployment benefits, etc. to support the poor masses. This one is to remove the remaining privilege to suffocate the poor." Someone else said, "Removing all subsidies removal without creating an avenue to ease the pain of the masses, is that how to generate revenue?" Now let's take a short break, and when we come back, you will see why actress Yvonne Nelson is trending. Stay tuned. Welcome back. It's Newsfeed. Now, Ghana's social media space is buzzing with reports of actress Yvonne Nelson's disclosure of an alleged affair with rapper Sarkodie. The actress disclosed this in her book titled I Am Not Yvonne Nelson, which launched in Ghana on Sunday, June 18th. She alleged that Sarkodie got her pregnant and made her abort it. Opening up on their alleged romantic affair on page 88 to 95 of chapter 8 of her new book, Yvonne further disclosed that she tried to abort the baby by taking some concoction from a colleague, but to her dismay, the substance didn't work as a test revealed she was still pregnant. She said she took the decision to abort the baby because she is fatherless. Yvonne also claimed as an insider informed her that Tonto Dike always visited Inyanya, her ex-lover, and sometimes slept over whenever she returned to Ghana. She confessed to being heartbroken after confirming the authenticity of the information. Reacting to the claim via his Twitter handle on Monday, 19th June, Inyanya expressed shock over the allegation while promising to respond to them later. A netizen commented, "It seems like it is her diary book that she published. Too many information outside." A guy wrote, "If everyone starts telling their stories, at some point, I think this internet will not remain the same. I believe some things are better kept to yourself than letting the whole world know." A lady added, "It's the way she's calling their names with her full chest. If your name is in this book, better start talking." Next on What's Trending is nursing mothers who was denied entry into the nightclub for being with their infants. Now, due to the fact that the moms were accompanied by their infants, admittance into a nightclub was reportedly denied to them. This was discovered in a video by a friend of the nursing mother as they were seen caring for their infants. This behavior by the nursing mother caught people's attention on social media because they initially questioned why they were in the club in the first place. However, someone who knew what really happened explained that one of them was celebrating her birthday and her husband planned a surprise outing to which she invited her friends who were also nursing mothers, saying they all assumed they would be going to a restaurant, but the surprise was in a nightclub which they were denied to enter. Take a look.
With 2 women, 3 women, they said that she not enter the club because they have baby. Oh my God, I don't flex now. People are born. I go club. I can't drive. Mommy can't drink. Mommy Amira. Sweetheart.
A lady said, kids have no business outside the home environment when it's dark. I see people carry their kids to lounges and adults sit out. Allow your kids breathe at home. Don't suffocate them with loud music and fishbone. Another asked, wait, the husband is also the father of the child? I'm lost. How do you throw a surprise for your wife who is nursing a child in a club? Another lady said, okay, after you found out it's not an eatery, why do you still want to enter? Do you want to deaf the children? Next on What's Trending, we have a submersible watercraft with 5 people on board has been missing since shortly after it set out on Sunday, June 18th to explore the site of the Titanic shipwreck in the North Atlantic, New York Times is reporting. At a news conference on Tuesday afternoon, Captain Jamie Frederick of the U.S. Coast Guard estimated that there was only about 40 hours of breathable air left on the vessel. The American and Canadian Coast Guard's commercial vessels and aircraft have been involved in searching for the missing vessel. The 5 people in the missing submersible are Mr. Rush, the company founder, Hamish Hardin, a British businessman and explorer, the British executive Shahzada Dawood and his son Suleiman from one of Pakistan's wealthiest family, and Paul Henry Nerigoliot, a French maritime expert who has been on more than 35 dives to the Titanic wreck site. According to the U.S. Coast Guard, the occupants of the vessel have less than 40 hours of breathable air left. The 22-foot carbon fiber and Titanic craft called the Titan was deployed by a Canadian expedition ship, the MV Polar Prince, to travel nearly 13,000 feet down to the shipwreck site on the ocean floor of Newfoundland. The Titan lost contact with the surface ship an hour and 45 minutes after it started to dive on Sunday, the U.S. Coast Guard said. A massive search is underway to find the vessel, but experts say authorities will face a highly complex mission to recover the craft and any survivors. It is reported that guests who wish to travel to the wreckage pay as much as $250,000 in 2018. A netizen asks, why did I read that as submersible witchcraft? Another person said they should have just stayed home and enjoyed their wealth. Imagine paying $250,000 to get missing or even die. Someone said they wanted to become a part of history. I pray that they are found alive. Well, amen to that. And lastly, on to a funny video of 2 mischievous babies imitating their grandfather. Take a look.
No.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Well, it's true, they learn from watching the adults. And that is all on Newsfeed today on Trust TV. Follow us and subscribe to all our social media platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Bye.